G'day. How you going? Well, we've got Bournemouth. Um, Obviously, by the time this video comes out, it'll be Saturday for you guys. And looking forward to the game. I think we can win. But I just wanted to talk to you. One of the as a lot of you will know, I'm going through therapy for my mental health. And one of the things we talked about was, which relates to Leeds United. We talked about how you always concentrate on the bad things. I was things happened to me that shouldn't have happened, and it was out of my control. And I had situations where I had no choice but to put up with it. And I think that's a lot of the frustration that Leeds supporters have with the side. They don't give us enough information. They don't share with us as often as they possibly should do. Sometimes it's right and sometimes it's wrong, but that's the way it is, and we've just got to accept it. But the one thing I wanted to do was, because there's a few people, there was quite a few, seems to be everybody I know is suffering from something, but are going through rough patches at the moment. And it sort of like occurred to me that the thing we need to do is look at some of the things that happen. And in my last therapy session, I was told to think about confronting some of my demons, dream about. Imagine you could do you have control, and you can do whatever you want, and there'll be no consequences. So in this case, it was a particular nurse at a hospital, whereas I decided to take a gun in and shoot both her kneecaps and her elbows, and then tell her how helpless does she feel now. But on reflection, I didn't kill her or anything like that. But when I talked to my therapist about it, it was about I couldn't, my ethics, my ideology, or whatever you want to call it, couldn't do that thing. So I kind of revised my situation, and went in with a gun, give her a bit of a slap, and told her, put the gun against her head, and went click, and then walked away. And I was quite happy. And she said, "How do you feel?" and all the rest of it. And although it wasn't a very nice thing to do, it made me feel good, and I didn't feel as bad about the woman as I did do. Now, I think if we take into account our Leeds situation, okay, I've been bullied for over 25 years, 30 years, whatever it is. But I started to look at my situation where I got injured at work. It was a non-visible injury. I got bullied for it, which was bad. It affected my mental health. It affected me physically. It affected my marriage, my relationships, all the rest of it. Having had that injury, I ended up getting a payout, which got me over to New Zealand, which throughout this got me to meet Karen, and Karen was a good thing for me. So I hadn't looked at what had happened to me as a good thing. I looked at it as it's a bad thing, but I never took into account all the good things that came along with it. And I think a lot of the time as Leeds supporters, we actually do that. We look at, we didn't win the game, or we didn't do this, and we didn't do that. But life is a learning process. We've all got to learn things, and the rest of it. We need to take one game at a time, and we need to do it one step at a time. We take one step, one game at a time. Somebody in the chat today on Maddie's Late Night Leeds mentioned about, are we getting overly excited? I think it was Folksy. I hope I pronounced that name properly. He's in the chat regular on various channels. I've noticed him, and he's quite a knowledgeable person. He mentioned, are we getting overly excited about the Wolves win? If you take what I've experienced through my therapy about enjoying and looking at the moments that make you feel good, give you a bit of excitement, make you feel good, and you've got that momentum going. This is what the players will be feeling. That's what they'll be feeling. This is where they need to be. Now, what we need to do today against Bournemouth is take it up a notch and keep that mentality, keep that willingness to put in the hard yards and do the work to get better and better and better. And that's what therapy is about, basically. But it's finding the way that suits you. And I think over the last 5 games, that's what we've been trying to do. That's what Fark has been trying to do with the players. Find the right formula so that we can all click. Well, not us, but the team can click. And I think we saw that on against Wolves. I mean, those goals were spectacular. Now, people complained about the second half. We should have had more goals. Normally, I would agree. However, we're in the Premier League. These sides will adapt to, you've heard me talk about improvise, overcome and adapt. It just doesn't work one way. These other sides will come to us, and when we are doing our stuff, they will do improvise, overcome and adapt themselves. We must always be ready for that. We must continue to fight for it. They say things will happen for a reason, so I'm looking at my bullying and everything I've been through as a journey, a personal journey, a journey that I'm sharing with you guys, because a lot of you have been, it doesn't matter whether you've been bullied or whether you've been doing whatever else, abusing alcohol, or if you're a violent person, you've got to deal with it, and it takes one step at a time, one day at a time, and we can do it, And the other thing too is, this is the thing I love about this is what I love about the Leeds community. They say football brings people together and creates little communities. It does. However, I think that the Leeds United community is one of the most embracing, one of the most loving, caring communities when you're part of it. I've gained, since I've been doing this, other content creators I treat as sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, and I've even got a new granddaughter out of it. I am now her New Zealand granddad, and I am very proud of that. So, no matter what happens today, we are Leeds United, and we'll do, so long as the boys do the best they can. I think we can win. We can. These 2 games, we're playing at home. We can win. Believe me, we can win. If we can't believe that we can win, what's the point of playing? We've got to be. We can do this. We can do this. I genuinely believe that. Anyway, I've wasted enough of your time. Thank you very much, everybody, who supports the channel. Love your comments. If you could like, subscribe, and leave a comment downstairs, hit the notification bell and all the rest of the dribble that comes with this sort of thing that I do. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully we get 3 points. No, we will get 3 points today. If not, you can put in the comments that I'm a dick. Make you feel better. I don't know about that, but anyway, take care of yourselves. God bless you all. Or if you don't believe in God, whatever entity you believe in, may he look after you, or she look after you, or whatever it is. Anyway, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you on the other side. Cheers. That's goodbye.